You're listening to IWW Radio, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. In the house today, we have Ryan Lunn. Ryan, welcome.
Hi, Fred. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to get into a little bit the nitty-gritty here in regards to Ryan Lunn Music Consulting. And can you explain to our listeners exactly what the two of you do, Jill Lunn and Ryan Lunn?
Okay. Well, it started simply as me having creating our own media team sort of around what we're doing, and that's kind of like was a strategy. It's just to move me forward. I mean, I stepped into this career later in life. Like, in both myself and Jill have had professions prior to the music industry, so working in the music industry was natural for us to try to combine what profession and skills we had coming into this and our natural inclination towards counseling and therapeutic relationships with people.
Right.
So we sort of decided to carry that into what we did, and lo and behold, the music and art industry could really use some of that, you know.
Agreed.
Therapeutic relationships, and right, and so we just started making ground that way, and part of what we do is, so Jill's experience is greatly in the organizational, administrative, political, what else, that kind of stronghold, and I'm a creative force, and we just combine ideas, and a lot of what we do is put on events. And why put on events? It's because we're trying to build a community, a safe, supportive, healthy community, and you can do that over the internet if you want, and just talk to each other in group chats and crap like that. But come on, so that's about nobody. If not a lot of people are filling that void and creating communities that are supporting original artists trying to write and create original music, and they're doing it independently, and they're local, and they just nobody wants to listen. Nobody's listening. I'm spinning my wheels. That whole thing.
Yeah.
So we create events, and then you're face to face and get together, and you create communities, and a lot of these events are based around allowing people to play their original music, and also putting these shows on at great venues allows them to get on good stages with good sound, and to really have that experience, and then hopefully be motivated and driven to continue to do what they do.
Yeah, promoting opportunities for people to hear and be heard.
To hear and be heard.
Yeah. And I think
in doing that,
Yeah, and I think Ryan, when I'm listening to this, and there's a lot of spin-offs to what you do, which is important today. For the simple reason is that your message in regards to the consulting, what you've said, is that yes, there's nothing like the true thing that happens. Because, like you said, you can hand out, pamphlets. You can do the social media thing, and you can only go so far with that. Where if you're right in on what you're doing, it's going to be more effective. And let's face it, that's what you want. You want results, and
Yeah, and in music, people get caught up right now in their views, their clicks, their follows, their whatever, measuring their music by their exposure, which is hard because there's so much music and so much everything in our faces. So how do you get heard? Well, so this is just part of our strategy as a couple who are going to support each other and work together on something and be part of each other's lives. And so we decided to make Ryan Lunn Music Consulting a family type business. Our daughters help us with things, close family friends are involved in things, and that's how we choose to do it. So you build a trusted circle around you, and then you try to flux that circle outward, right?
Yep.
And create bigger circles, which could become communities. And
Oh, right.
What else, Jill?
Well, that sounds,
I don't know. I think that's the long end of it. I mean, we do photography. We do, I mean, we can get into the specifics of what we're the other like things like that. We have all various gigs. We're kind of consider ourselves the Island of Misfit Toys, where we're just here and come on and join in. Like, there's no judgment here. There's no, it's just that kind of thing. And take us or leave us. We're not here to invent the wheel.
No. Because if
it's simple.
You're right.
We're trying to create nice environments, and how do you do that? Is you support each other, and that's kind of what we do with the social media. Use of that is to promote supporting each other, each other.
Be the change you want to see.
Right, and that experience, like you're talking about, Fred, where you affect somebody, can only happen when you're creating music together in a room.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen over a group chat. It's not going to.
No.
It's not going to happen in a an event page.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
If people forget about how important that is to music, getting caught up in everything else, like I said, all the clicks and all the.
Yeah.
What about getting in a room together and creating that synergy and like they used to do, like what music was all about in these crazy punk shows, or in Greenwich Village with Bob Dylan sitting and all these people drinking coffee, listening to these amazing storytellers in the beginning. It was about sitting together and experiencing that synergy.
Yeah.
So that's part of what I'm trying to do.
Well, that's excellent. Let's move on here. And the tune that we are going to listen to today is Mental Health Nurse by Ryan Lunn.
Up from her notepad and said, "Be grateful for what you do have, and not consumed with what others got." She said, "I've seen this before. You're a perfect example of a restless mind. You'll always be reaching and trying to fill that hole inside. But sometimes when you least expect it, or it's eluding you, start stabbing. Step out from all the static, all the chaos. You start stitching your life back together. My mental health nurse looked up from her notepad and said, "Stop wasting all your energy on negativity, 'cause it dulls your shine." She said, "I've seen this before. You're a perfect example of a desperate mind. You'll always be reaching and trying to fill that hole inside. Sometimes when you least expect it, what's eluding you starts to happen. You step out from all the mental health nurse looked up from her notepad and smiled.
The songwriter.
You're listening to IWW Radio, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And in the house today we have Ryan Lunn and Jill Lunn from Ryan Lunn Music Consulting.
Hey,
Ryan, give our listeners a little insight in regards of the song that they just heard, Mental Health Nurse.
Yeah. Mental Health Nurse is the first song leading in the summer phase of my We Are Co-Pilots record, which tells the story of someone coming through addiction to recovery through the seasons. It's a record I released earlier this year, or late last year. The song is basically a conversation between a mental health nurse and somebody who's that's sort of the conversation as the song goes on. To the conclusion of the song, where the mental health nurse smiles and sort of sees some improvement in the person. But it's sort of, it's talking about that feeling of somebody who is first becoming new and raw in recovery, and they're filled with all kinds of angry emotion, right?
Yeah. And
blaming everybody else, and that's sort of this conversation is between the person and the mental health nurse, recognizing, it's very autobiographical, Fred.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the song, and so that's what, and of course I like it because it's an honest, open song about, getting help.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back into a little bit more of the Ryan Lunn Music Consulting, and let's just trail it off. We have about a minute and a half left in our show here, and just give us a little more. You've got some dates coming up, events.
We'll have some really great events, so I'll try to get to those. So this Saturday, I'm playing a songwriter round at Mate Cafe with some great friends of mine, Chris Stray, Rob Repose, and I always say his name wrong, but I know how to say it. It's weird. And Jocelyn June. Yeah. Chris and Jocelyn are coming down from Brantford. We're doing a songwriter round. Then we have, what else is, March 1st is our huge all-day event, industry fair.
Perfect.
Open mic all-stars, Indigenous showcase, and then our industry all-star showcase. What else? Then I have open mic tonight.
Yeah.
Sessions, and I'm recording 4 EPs. Lots coming up, buddy. Open mics at Taps, and tune in every Tuesday at 2 p.m. for the Ryan Lunn Show.
That's right.
4680Q.
That's right.
Not just internet radio. It's a lot of fun, buddy.
Yes, I've listened to it. Very good for both of you there. Lining that up and all the songs and stuff. Excellent. And
it helps. Yeah, it helps do what we're doing, which is support and share and promote.
That's right. Okay, well, thank you, Ryan and Jill, for being on the show. You've been listening to IWW Radio, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Have a great day.